Mm. Okay, today is April 21st. Welcome to our team meeting. So today we're going to talk about a few different things. We're going to try to keep it as concise as possible. But for first things first, we have 4 vital behaviors. So right now I'm going to talk about the 4th vital behavior that they just added on, which is recognition. Now in our team page every month, I create a file for Success Club points and rank advancements and things like that. And so I'd like everyone to start utilizing that more because it kind of gives you a little boost of morale and helps you, a little sense of pride too, because it's exciting when we help people and we get points on the board, or if we have ourselves who rank advance, or if you have a coach that rank advances, then you throw them on that little board. I actually don't know if I made one for April or not, so if I did not, I'll do that right after this call. But it's just, you just go in there, you can edit the document. It's not going to be, it'll be an actual created file in the group. It won't be like a separate Word document. Like if anybody has a Mac, you'll be able to update the file. You cannot update them from your phones though. You have to do it from a computer. So I just wanted to touch base on that because I know nobody really uses the recognition document in there. Then when I go to create our leaderboard at the end of the month, it's a lot easier for me to do that than running a few reports in our office. So if everybody can make sure that that gets updated whenever you sell something or once a week or whatever, that'd be great to just throw that on there. And then we could recognize you for all of your hard work and your accomplishments. Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about sales versus sharing, or selling versus sharing, because in this business, we always talk about how it's important to share your story rather than trying to sell things to people. So, and what I mean by that is if you have a challenge group coming up or whatever, and you're just throwing up I have a challenge group, I'm going to start on this date, and then here's a link. That's more on the selling side. The CEO of the company is huge on us sharing our experiences and our stories, because then that's more relatable to people that we're trying to help, because then, most of the time we all have the same struggles. We all go through the same stuff. And when you share what your experience has been like with Shakeology or a workout program, or how you got over a weight loss plateau, or how Shakeology makes you poop every day, because there's a lot of people out there that don't. I was one of them. But when you share these things, people are like, wow, that did that for her. Boo thing, really, Brian? You see his name. Anyway, so when you're, sharing your experience with the products or the, the programs, things like that, people are more wanting to join you in your challenge groups. So what I mean by sharing is, giving an example of something. Like if you have a problem where before, I know it's a little TMI for some people, but I mean, we're all adults. Even the people on your newsfeed are adults, and we all have problems, and we're all getting older, So if you couldn't poop before you started drinking Shakeology, and now you go every single day, that's kind of a huge deal. Like, I know it is for me, because I did not. So, but sharing something like that about what Shakeology did for me, it gets people thinking more, and you're relatable to them because maybe they have that problem. And no, not everybody has that problem, but there's a million different things that all of this Beachbody stuff has done for us. So what I suggest is, if you write out your post or whatever, and then at the end you can add a call to action. And you don't have to do that on every single post, but you do want to do it every once in a while, because then it'll get people joining your challenge groups or your free clean eating groups or whatever. So, and by call to action, I just mean like at the end saying something like or comment on this post if you want to join me for accountability, or if you want to join my next challenge group, and you can do that with a lot of different things. I've done it all the time too. I know Brittany does it too. If you do your challengers and they have their before and afters, and they're allowing you to share them, you can write up their story, what they had to say about it, and at the end say something about your next challenge group coming up. And if you want to join us, message me or like or comment, something like that. So it's more than just saying, like, I have a challenge group, join me. And I get it. We all get desperate towards the end of the month when we're trying to get those last couple of points in, you know, and it's okay to do giveaways and things like that to get those points, you know, but you don't want to seem so desperate. I know I've done it myself. I'm guilty of that too. Like, I remember last summer being it was the last day of the month. We were at a Bison's game and I was on my phone like this and I'm like, fuck it. And I just wrote like, anybody that whatever, you get a fixate from me. And I actually had people buy stuff and I hit Success Club, but it's not really how I like to do things normally. But I do get it, and I know we all get desperate. It's just a matter of trying not to seem so desperate, I guess, in the moment. But again, it is okay to do giveaways, and it's okay, you know, we really suggest sharing your story more. Can you guys think of like a way that you could share something about what either Shakeology has done for you or the program has done for you? We'll like go down the line, except for Ashley because she's driving. So we'll start with Marissa because she's in the top corner.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Scott's got the TV on, so.
Yeah.
I would say that I've had the most success sharing my journey to find my confidence through the Beachbody programs. So I get a little more traction on that, especially when I post those videos. I've had people private message me, you know, out of the blue that I didn't even think would ever be interested. So I'm probably going to stick with that just because that's been, obviously the weight loss is a big thing, but the mental transformation has been even bigger.
Awesome. Jennifer, I know you're pretty new to this, but share something that either Shakeology, Beachbody, whatever has done for you.
Well, the Shakeology is actually giving me a boost of energy. I don't know. Everything is self-confidence for me. And I just put out on the Facebook of my story, and the whole day I had the jitters. I mean, I was texting, posted, I can't do it. And it's self-confidence. And I feel so much better that I've done it now. And I'm getting all these, you know, messages, and I'm getting all these likes and everything. And I'm so excited to get to them and see what, you know, there's people like me out there. So I want to help them. So
awesome. Boo Thang, what has the Shakeology or Beachbody or your awesome wife done for you?
Nothing.
Be serious for once in your life. And there's your pager.
Wait, it keeps freezing up.
Brian.
that was really good too.
Why is your face so big?
You keep saying that.
Like the bottom part of your face is really big.
Right? It's something about his tablet.
It's this screen. It's weird. And this looks like a penis.
I'm really glad I'm recording this for everybody else to watch.
Poor Ashley.
I know.
She's probably like, what does? Let me
wait, I'm driving. Don't look, Ashley. Okay, be serious now.
What was the question? I wasn't paying attention.
I'm going to punch all of my aunts in the face. They need to get me off this group chat. I said name something that Beachbody or Shakeology has done for you.
Like as far as what, programs and stuff?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Just anything. Gives me energy, makes me feel good.
What does?
It's Shakeology.
Okay.
But I noticed that the last few days when I've been here, drinking it in the morning, and my energy levels are up compared to when I drink it after a workout. Because usually I do my workout in the morning without having anything, and then after I'll drink my shake after that. But like doing it first thing in the morning now and drinking it, and then going out and doing these long days, it's like I didn't even realize it until yesterday. I'm like, man, I didn't get hungry till like 11 o'clock, and my energy was like through the roof, and that's all I had was just the Shakeology. So
Nice.
I noticed. Yes, that's good. And I also noticed it's giving me some swelling in this area here. And I'm going to have to invent nose underwear because this is inappropriate.
Well, thank you for being serious for 60 seconds. Okay, Nicole, it's your turn.
Awesome. First, I want to say hi, Jen. I'm so glad you joined our team. Love you, girly. Okay, for me, my biggest share, because I didn't have like all this weight to lose and things like that. So I've always found that to be so difficult for me to share, because I don't have this journey and these before and after pictures that are like blow you away. But for me, my biggest takeaway right now is just the time that Greg and I get as a couple. Because before, I was getting up and doing my own things. And when I brought Beachbody into our lives, he saw what I was doing and he got in on it. So now we're getting up early together, where he used to sleep literally until about 30 minutes before he had to leave for work. And then he would work till 9 o'clock at night, and he would come home and be exhausted. Now we're getting up at 5:40. We're spending all this time together in the morning. We're getting all of this personal time in and personal development. We're both reading it together in the morning, the same book, and gives us something else to talk about, something else to do together. I think it just kind of makes your marriage stronger too when you have something like that, you know. And now he comes home from work at 9 o'clock and he's still ready to like go. He's like totally fine, way more energy. He can't go a day without Shakeology, which is crazy, you know, because I didn't think that would ever happen. But
yeah, I know how that is.
But it changed, like it just changed like our lifestyle together.
Awesome. I love that.
Sorry, but yeah. So that's I guess that would be my message, like my share. I have to figure out a way to get that together, but
yes. So that is my next thing for you guys. So now you've all shared with the team like what Beachbody in some way, shape, or form has done for you. So now for tomorrow, for your business like post, I want you guys to take what you did today and shared with us and tweak it a little bit and make it, you know, obviously prettier than what we just say or whatever, and post something about what you just said here to your wall, you know, at a heavier traffic time for you, and then make some kind of a picture about that. So like Marissa with your confidence, so you can make a picture of you just standing tall, because that's, you know, part of what confidence is and stuff. And Nicole, if you could get a shot with you and Greg doing your workout or something, you know, that kind of a thing. So say, Jen, you can do something like Shakeology, you know, whatever, your energy levels with your kids. There's a million ways to share what it is that you're doing. It's just a matter of looking at this in a different way. You know, we always get thrown because obviously we're here to help people, yes, and this is a business, yes, and obviously we're selling things, yes, but it's way more than just that. So we really want you guys to get more into the habit of sharing your experiences. And it doesn't always have to be some magical moment, but they do happen to us all during this journey. You know, there's been times where we did pure cardio the one time. I haven't done that since I did Insanity when I first started. And it was like, I was a mess after, like bawling my eyes out because I couldn't believe what I could do. So it's just sharing, you know, stuff along the way. That's all it is. So don't overthink it either. I don't want you guys to get super hung up on like, I don't know what to post today or, you know, whatever. Like, since when do my aunts friggin' want to text me? Friggin' obnoxious. So, yes. So that's all it really is just sharing your experiences, however they are, and trying to make it personal, you know, because Beachbody's not our brand. We are our brand. So people are going to buy us as a person and what we're putting out there for people. They relate to us. They, they don't relate to Beachbody. Beachbody is just our vessel to help them. That's all it is. So, be personal, be you when you're sharing your stories and your personal experiences with this stuff. So, all right. So that is my little takeaway for you guys on sharing versus selling. Oh, Ashley, are you home now? I see you're in the house. Okay. Well, since you're on mute. I was going to say, since
I know.
you can share something of yours if you'd like to, now that you're safe.
Sure. Okay, first of all, I was dying laughing at Brian's face driving home. Secondly, as far as Beachbody, I mean, I've lost a significant amount of weight with Beachbody. I've gained a significant amount of confidence with Beachbody. I'm slowly helping out drastically financially. I'm paying our electric bill and our water bill and our cable and whatever I can. So any little bit helps us since I am in school and we do have one income. I also think that talking about my anxiety and depression and how Shakeology has really shaped and changed it, but not taken it away completely, is really relatable, because I think a lot of, especially people my age, have anxiety or depression or something that they're dealing with, and being able to tell them, like, hey, I have it, but like this shake really helps. And I notice when I'm not working out, and I notice when I'm not eating right, that like I eat like shit, I feel like shit. So I don't know. I try to share constantly, and I'm actually going to make an updated video of my why tomorrow, because I feel like my why has changed so much in these 7 months that like it has to be updated. Because at first it was just getting off of the park bench and playing with my son, and now it's so much more than that. And I don't know. It's amazing. And I want to say welcome, Jennifer. Hello.
She's getting all the hellos.
Hello. Yeah, so it's changed everything. I mean, like Nicole was saying, it really has changed my relationship dynamic too, because Kevin works a lot. I mean, he works 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So when we do have that half an hour or an hour to work out, like, we make it fun, and we'll take videos, and like we'll be silly, and like that's our time together. So it's really nice to have something positive to do together on top of it. That's it.
Ashley is very good about sharing her story and how she does things. So if you ever want some inspiration, check out her wall, how she shares. You don't copy, per se, but it's okay to go look at somebody else's ideas so that you have something, to work off of. Like, don't copy things verbatim. I mean, but it's great to look at what other people are doing and tweak stuff a little bit, and so if you need some help in that department, Ashley's really good at sharing her story and her whole entire journey thus far. So thanks for sharing.
Welcome.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about another vital behavior, which is inviting, because it gets a little lost, I guess, because it's, invite. And so a lot of people are like, I don't understand what that means, because it's not just a one-sided thing. It's definitely way more than just, sending people a message and saying, like, do you want to join my challenge group kind of a thing. So when we are inviting people, we're attracting people, we're connecting with people, and we're inviting people. So, the attracting part is you doing your sharing of what you are doing in your life and all of these experiences that you're having with Beachbody. And because we're all coaches, you want to not just talk about the fitness side of this, but also like with the coaching part. And Ashley, when I'm done with this, remind me, I want to tell you something about what you just shared, and how to share that and be really quick about it.
Okay.
So you're attracting people with your posts about what it is that you're doing and how Beachbody is changing your physical self, your mental self, because it really does. Like, I never thought that it would change that part of me. And also, financially or whatever the coaching aspect of this is doing for you. Even if it is, like, for me personally, like, I feel like I have a group of like-minded friends now. I have had my own business for 11 years, working in my basement as my dungeon, I used to call it, because I felt like that was the only place I ever was. And we didn't really like have a lot of friends. We weren't very social. because all I did was work. So there was nothing. And then when I came into Beachbody, I was like, all of a sudden I had all of these people that made me feel like I had friends and I was important and I actually did matter, instead of feeling like depressed and sad in my basement like I did every day. So attracting people through your posts, then connecting with people by commenting. Like if they're commenting on your posts, you want to be there to comment back. You know, you don't have, if you get a post where you have like 100 comments, it gets hard to do that. And but it's just a matter of trying to comment back to people, because then you're connecting with them on more than just, throwing something out there. And also connecting with people by reaching out to people and not even talking about Beachbody, talking to them about what's going on in their lives. I have quite a few new moms on my my news feed or whatever. So today my goal was, any new mom I could think of was to send them a message and say, congratulations, how is new mommyhood going? And depending on what number child it was for them, like how is mommyhood having 2 now, or how is it to have a new baby for you? How are you feeling? Do you have support? I don't know, anything, just to try to start up a conversation. And my objective isn't to sell them something at the end of that conversation. It's just to connect with them, because I remember being a new mom and it's crazy. And you feel like your whole world is sinking and, you don't know what you're doing, whatever. So it's nice to have somebody to just say hey, how are you? And then the inviting part, and that could be these conversations that you're starting up. I started a few conversations that did lead to Beachbody. And it wasn't by my direction, it was by theirs. I sent a few messages to say, hey, how are you doing? How have things been? And then they're like, oh, great. I've really been following you and I really kind of want to do one of your or I want to come to one of your classes. I'm just not there physically yet. One of the women, I met her at the stair climb, not this year, but the year before that. And she's followed me ever since. And she just said to me, I really want to come to your classes, but my knees are shot and I really don't think that I could keep up with you. And I said, you don't have to come to my classes for us to work together. I do these online challenges all the time. Maybe this would be something that would interest you. And then there we go. She's like, yeah, let's talk more about that. So it's sometimes the conversations, because people are actually watching you, whether you believe it or not. Even if they're not liking, even if they're not commenting on your stuff, they are watching you and what you're doing. So when they see this stuff, some people are just a little scared to approach you about it for whatever reason, whether it be self-confidence or otherwise. So they will, though, if you start a conversation with them, and they'll be like, oh, I've been wanting to do one of your challenges. Can we talk about that or something? But inviting people is a huge part of this business, because you can't make money unless you have people on your team or in your challenge groups. So it's definitely something that's important. And just throwing a general, I don't remember what my message was today. Hold on. Hopefully I can get somebody that hasn't seen the message and replied back to me yet. Okay. So, nope. That person, that was a different conversation. Sorry, a lot of these were follow-ups today. Well, the general message is usually, that I'm going to be leading a whatever day challenge group, however many number days challenge group. And I have a few people together. Let's see, is this it? Oh, damn it, where did they all go? Shit. Okay, here we go, finally. So I'm going to be leading a 30-day healthy living challenge combining fitness and nutrition and online support. I have no idea if this is right for you or not, but I've gathered a group of ladies to join me for accountability. I have space for just a few more people, and I'd love to chat more with you about it. Do you have a few minutes to chat or message today? It's just pretty generic. It's just a general invite. A lot of times I don't like to cold do that to people, but at the same time, some people are like, oh, you're only messaging me because you want something. So, whatever. It's up to you. But I find, now that I've been doing this a little bit longer, when I throw out a challenge group post, people will like and comment on it or message me privately. What I've had the most success with lately is creating an event. So I create an event and I invite people that I have not worked with yet from my friends list. And, I create like a cute little banner that includes myself because, they're buying into us basically. And then just a small, like, what the group is going to be about. They're going to have meal plans and support and, fitness programs or whatever. And then you also give a description. And I always include in the description what is required for this challenge group so they know right away that it is a requirement for you to join one of my challenge groups by buying Shakeology and a program. And we can chat about that stuff in a private message, but it's already laid out for them. They see that that's what they have to do, and it's up to them whether they are interested or not. So when I do the events, the people that are interested or click going, I always message them privately, and I say, hey, I see that you are interested in my challenge group. Let's talk about your goals. What are your overall goals? What are your struggles? And this way you can kind of get a feel for what it is that they need from you. Because, everybody has different struggles in their life. I just had a woman today who was like, chocolate is my life. And I'm like, chocolate Shakeology. Like, you know what I mean? Like right there. So that's the most success I've had lately is creating that event. And then when you invite the people, they can say whether they're interested or not, and then message them privately. This way they don't feel like there's a hidden agenda, like they already know what is expected of them. And then you can just dig more into what their reason is for wanting to do your group or whatever. And also when I do those in general events or whatever, I'll try to post like before and after pictures or picture of a food that I've made, and I include the recipes for the challenge groups for people, that kind of stuff to get people interested in wanting to join it to begin with. So those are just some of my ideas for inviting people to do it without just blatantly like cold inviting them, it's worked for me to do that with some people, and sometimes it doesn't. It's just a matter of the person individually. So does anybody have any questions about any of that? I can make like a video if you guys don't know how to create an event, like a quick little tutorial type of a thing. It would probably take like 2 seconds, but yeah, it's super easy. It's just on the left-hand side of Facebook. So, and then creating the actual group for people to be in then. So, no questions about that stuff. I'll end our recording here. Thank you for jumping on.